These lines are parallel. So what does it mean for lines to be parallel? Well, let's graph them and let's see. So let's graph both of these lines. Should we maybe graph both of them by finding the intercepts? So what are we going to do to find the intercepts? Well, no, let's do it the normal way. Let's put it in slope-intercept form. So what is it going to be in slope-intercept form? So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So we'll have negative 2x plus 6. And then we'll divide everything by 3. So we'll have negative 2/3 x plus 2. So what does that line look like? So we're going to have the y-intercept of 2 and the slope of negative 2/3. So we can go down 3 and over 2, down 3 over 2, or the other direction. And so there's that line. Roughly, well, yeah, if you straighten out, you got to be perfect. So roughly right there. And then what's the other line? Let's do the same thing. So we'll subtract 4x from both sides. So 6y equals negative 4x. And then divide by 6, you get y equals negative 2/3 x. So look what happens there. We have a y-intercept of just 0, because this is like plus 0. And then we have the same slope. So down 3 over 2, down 3 over 2, and then the other way. But look at that. Those lines are parallel. They never touch. So that's how we can see that they're parallel. They're never going to touch. And what do we see that makes that happen? Well, what makes that happen is that these two lines have the same slope. So when two lines have the same slope, they're going to be parallel. They're never going to touch. And that makes sense. I think that does make sense. And another way you can kind of see that is look at these equations. If you divide everything by 2 here, you see that you have 2x plus 3y equals 0. But this equation over here says that 2x plus 3y equals 6. And so if we need those two things to be the same, they can never touch because both of those two things cannot be true. And when two lines touch, that means that it's true for both of those equations. And that's not possible here because 2x plus 3y equals 0 and 2x plus 3y equals 6. Both of those two things can't be true. So that's another way to see that these lines are parallel because there's going to be no solution for their system, no point that they cross.